Hello there, and welcome to this, our first edition of Top Gear. Now, if you happen to be a road user, let's face it, who isn't these days, then I do hope you're going to find something of special interest to you in this new series. Now, tonight we're going to be taking a look at the way the police can trap the speeding motorist. We'll be following the progress of our own car on an economy run around Britain, and I'll be putting some questions to the Minister of Transport, William Rogers. But first, let's meet the girl in the news.
Usually when I leave the television centre at the end of a 3-day shift in London, I get to the main gates, turn right and head west for my home in Devon. But today we've turned left and we're heading up the M1. Well, I don't claim to be an expert driver or even a particularly good one, but I do spend an awful lot of my time driving. And I do cover an awful lot of miles. To give you some idea, I've had this car since new. From January the 2nd, we're now about halfway through April, and I've already got just under 12,000 miles on the clock, so it'll give you some idea of the sort of mileage that I do. And like most professional journalists, I think of myself as a semi-professional driver, because we do spend an awful lot of our working day in the car. In my case, when I drive up and down from my home in Devon to the studio in London, I'm in the car for about 4 hours before I start my day's work. And even as a junior reporter on newspapers, and when I first started working for the BBC as a reporter, I could spend 2-3 hours of the day in a car before I got to a story and had to do a day's work, and then another 2 hours driving back to the studio or back to the newspaper. Of course, being a woman driver, I'm very much aware of the fact that lady drivers, all lady drivers, are the subject of music hall jokes, have been for years. But, really, if you think about it, there aren't men drivers and women drivers. There are people who drive cars. Some of those people are very good drivers. Some of them are very, very bad. And some of the bad drivers are men as well as women.